Alright, so this is the test tape that I've been using. The first VCR I tried, this old JVC, I don't know if you can see the model number down there, HRS 4600U. It's not exactly dead, but it's definitely got issues. It won't even take a tape. And I got a half-ass idea as to what the issue is. This VCR here, this is my fucking most badass machine I ever bought. Cost me over $1,000 used. This machine is a Sony SLV-R1000, I think. I don't see the model number. There it is. Ah! Just R1000, no H in that. Anyway, as with the JVC, this is also a Super VHS machine. And the only thing it's really missing is time-based correction, I think. If I remember right, this VCR doesn't have time-based correction. So yeah, first thing you do when you're getting out one of these old machines is probably want to take it apart and give it a decent cleaning. At least all the parts of the tape path. This little piece here, this is an automatic head cleaning thing, and there used to be a foam ring attached here. That piece of foam was looking pretty bad, so I pulled this thing out. It comes out really easy. There's a little clippy thing there, and you just kind of like hold that clip back a little bit and it pulls straight up. Anyway, so after I took that out, I just pinched that little thing just a little tiny bit, and it basically disintegrated in my hand. Looking around on my floor here, I'm not seeing it now to get a shot of it. Anyway, so yeah, this VCR really seems to be in perfect working condition. And using a movie like Twister as a test tape is kind of amusing to me, because what can happen in a VCR that's bad is your tape can get all twisted up. Ha ha! But as you can see there, everything works. And it should probably stop here in a second. There it goes. It's going into rewind mode because it's all the way at the end. And this thing actually has a high speed rewind, so let's hit that. And let's see what that does. It should disengage. Yep, it's disengaging from the heads. And rewinding even faster. Yay! So yeah, when I first put this thing in, it did give me a little bit of a scare. I put the tape in, started playing it, and after about 2 minutes, I was like, let's test out the pause button. And as soon as I hit the pause button, the fucking tape just like went nuts in there and started spewing out over here. I think this, I think the take-up reel over here, I think this take-up reel had stopped taking up the tape, basically, and it just started spilling out. And I was like, oh shit, these VCRs got problems. So I pulled the tape back out. I have another tape, I do. So I pulled the tape back out, and all VHS tapes are exactly the fucking same. Can't really get a good light down there. Anyway, so you got this little tab down here. This is like a little brake tab. And boy, this lighting is just terrible. So right, what you do is you push this brake tab in, and that releases locks on these reels so you can spin them manually. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do that stuff manually, anyhow. So I was pushing the screwdriver in. Also on VHS, you have to push this little button in here, and then you can open up the top of the tape door. So you gotta hold that open. Get this, because this is not easy to do with two hands, let alone one. So you got that tape door open in there, like that. you gotta press down this little brake thing to release the reels, and then wind it manually. That's the idea. Anyhow, when I did that with the twister tape, this little brake broke. So I had to take the tape apart, and luckily I was able to super glue the little brake back together. And I gave it at least 20 minutes to set up nice and good. And I put it back on the tape, got the tape all put back together, and threw it back in the VCR. Didn't have a problem after that. So I think this twister tape, the little brake inside the VHS shell, was probably like ready to break at any second kind of a thing, and it might have been half broken too. I don't know exactly. I almost want to zoom in on this, but not really. The best thing is one of my Sony remote controls here. I've cleaned it up. This remote works fucking awesome. It works like it's brand new, so that's like amazing and all that stuff. So I was going through the setup menu earlier, and I just found this a bit amusing. I don't know how well this will come off on a video. It's so far away. So the year starts in 93, and 2007 is the last year. 2008, sorry. So I just went through and found a year that matches what day it is, and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, but as you can see, VCR is working great here. And the remote's working great too. The controls on the door are fine as well. So I am quite happy that my baby is still a good machine to use for playback. Oh, what happened? I don't think it should have done that. Let's try this again. I'm just holding this here. It's 2x. It's fast. Now it stopped again. Oh, it decided to eject. Okay, so yeah, there might be some issues with the controls, I guess, on the door, which is kind of sad. But the remote doesn't exhibit any of that behavior, and I'm just kind of like looking at the tape spool here to see how even it is. There's a little bit of unevenness there. There's like 2 stripes there, which that bothers me a little bit, but oh well. I think that's all I have to say about that, really, is holy shit, my baby still works. Many years ago, probably between 2003 and 2005, I would guess, one of the gears in this VCR actually broke, and I had to replace it. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I was really worried. I mean, it's been at least 15 years since I had to replace a broken gear in this thing. I was really worried in those 15 years, something else would break when starting it up, and that hasn't happened yet. Because in 2005, the VCR would have been probably 8 years old at the most. It's definitely been another 8 years. So no other plastic bits is broken. If there are any rubber band belts in this thing, obviously they haven't broken. You can see some springs down in there. They're still good and holding up. Another spring there. I am just like overly happy that this thing still works. Yeah, 'cause I don't have kids, man. So like my video toys, the closest thing I have to kids, well, that and my computers. Sad. Just a sad old man. It's kind of bothering me that it does this autoplay shit. And I don't think there's a way to turn that off. I think the only reason it does that is because the recording tab is broken out of the shell. So, I mean, it's just like kind of a standard VCR logic thing that they do is if you put a tape in that doesn't have the recording tab in it, it'll automatically play it because they assume it's a movie and you're putting the movie into play kind of a thing. I don't know. You know, even though this was a high-end VCR, it still had some consumer-level features like fucking VCR Plus. That shit was just, that was just dumb. But never, VCR Plus was never that good. But yeah, I don't know what else to say here. This VCR, I'd probably look around on the back, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Fuck it. Not like I got anything else to do. Stop the tape, rewind it, close that. Let's see if I can pull this around without screwing anything up. Look at the back side. Are you going to eject, you stupid? Okay, it's not ejecting. So what do we got here? I'm not seeing an explicit date here. But this 3953 53913, there's a 95 there, so maybe that makes it a 95 model. I don't know. I've got the manual for it somewhere. The manual could have a copyright date on it. Don't know. I'd really like to clean these things up better, but Jesus Christ. Cleaning is not easy on some of these more intricate parts, like, you know, this thing here. Other than using canned air, I already killed one can between cleaning up 2 DVD recorders and 2 VCRs. Yeah, like on the circuit boards and shit. I mean, you can't really use paper towels on that. All you can really do for that is canned air. I don't know. But yeah, my baby works. I'm happy. So here, again, shitty lighting here, but I have found my 911 tapes. 911, 912, 911, 912, you know. So these are tapes that I would just pop in my VCRs and let them record all day. As well, got some other tapes that I would also just put in a VCR and let them record forever. The GW2, that stands for Gulf War II. So I think that was 2003. Yeah, 3/28/2003, 6:30 p.m. Week ending. So yeah, it'll be interesting if I can get all of those tapes transferred and uploaded somewhere. Exactly where I would upload them, I'm not sure. YouTube's probably not the best choice for this anymore. It'd probably fit fine on archive.org. But, I mean, the main thing is, those tapes are all going to be, like, at least 6 hours long. Because most likely, that's what I did, was put it into EP or SLP mode, so it could record all day while I was at work. It was just, you know, I just wanted to document things. So, yeah, archive.org might like that kind of stuff. And when I say I just propped them in and let them record all day, I was recording stuff like CNN and Fox News. I don't know if I was getting MSNBC as well. But I know I was using at least 2 of my VCRs to record shit. So Fox and CNN are probably what's on those tapes.